Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Danielle and today we are talking all things Thanksgiving. So if you are looking for ideas for your upcoming Thanksgiving menu and you're like, hey, you know what, I want to stay on plan but I want to eat really good, I got you. So let's talk about the 2020 Thanksgiving meal dinner plan. What's for dinner? All right, here we go. Hey my friends, welcome back. Thanksgiving's upon us. It's coming. I can't believe we're about 2 weeks out, like 2.5 weeks out. So that's crazy to me. And I wanted to kind of sit down. I didn't do this last year or the year before, but I thought this would be a really good idea just to kind of sit down and think of like a meal plan. What's on the menu for Thanksgiving in my house? I'm not actually going to make everything on Thanksgiving. I'm going to divide these up into a couple different videos so you guys can kind of get an idea and maybe take from here, take from there, or maybe you'll make everything. I just wanted to be able to go ahead and supply you guys with enough recipes so you guys don't feel intimidated and you're like, hey, screw it. But we're gonna eat good and we're gonna stay on plan. So let's talk what am I making? So in the years prior, I've never done a turkey. I've always done just the sides or hors d'oeuvres or appetizers, and then I've done desserts and stuff like that. So this year I actually wanted to do a turkey. My mother-in-law makes the best turkey I've ever had in my entire life. It is so good, and she marinates it and then like, oh God, it's just amazing. You know, turkey generally is kind of dry, but hers is just like a piece of heaven. So we are going to actually get her recipe. She's on her way right now to bring it to me, and we are going to make Chavela's Thanksgiving turkey, and it is the best thing you will ever have. I hope I do it justice. The marinade isn't necessarily going to be like clean keto. It's definitely going to be a little dirty keto because we are going to use like a mojo, but it's going to be really good. I went ahead, I bought my turkey today. It's a frosting. You guys will see that recipe this week on Wednesday. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna make it. If you guys wanna do like a ham as well, like my mom always did like turkey and ham, but this year we are gonna focus on the bird because the bird's the word. So we are going to do a turkey marinade and it's going to be fabulous. And I just said fingers crossed because Chavela's turkey is one for the books. To go along with the turkey, we're gonna have stuffing. We're gonna use the same old stuffing recipe I've used before. It's just, if it's not broke, why fix it? And it's so good. It's a family favorite in my house, but we're actually going to make it, and then we're also going to stuff it inside the bird so it gets nice and crispy and get all the good bits. So we're gonna have Thanksgiving and stuffing. The good stuff. So this stuffing will have some pork sausage in it, but if you guys did not want to do like a pork sausage stuffing, I feel like the pork sausage, just like breakfast sausage, just brings it up a notch. But if you guys wanted to opt out and you guys didn't eat pork, you can do like a turkey sausage, or you can just skip it altogether. Just for me and my family, we just prefer to have the pork sausage in there. When I do go ahead and film all of these recipes and videos, I will link the directions and everything, or if I find any recipes, I will link them down below. So no fear, you will have everything. And we will have all these recipes done the week before Thanksgiving, so you guys can go ahead and shop accordingly so you guys can be prepared for Turkey Day, because you got to be prepared, right? Let me see, I have a list on my phone, so we're gonna do that. And then as a side, let me go ahead and pull up, I have like a whole little list here that I've been sitting down and like kind of bringing together. We are going to do a cheesy Brussels sprout bake. You can do green beans and stuff like that. I've done green beans in years prior, but I thought to kind of spice it up and do something different, we can do Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. My kids love Brussels sprouts. They will actually eat the Brussels sprouts before they would eat like a green bean casserole. So again, we're gonna incorporate a lot of fresh vegetables as well, and we're gonna do it to where it's like a keto low carb friendly version, okay? So you're able to have those staple family favorites and have no guilt while doing so. That's always kind of the idea when doing these, is that you can still enjoy the holidays, enjoy all the fixings, but do it with no guilt, and everything is homemade and made with love. You know what I mean? And honestly, we have a lot of time on our hands right now, so wow. Honestly, we have a lot of time on our hands right now, so why not? Why not make everything from scratch, homemade, get the kitchen smelling good, get the house smelling good, and get the family excited. So we're going to do that. We're also going to try our hand at homemade cranberry sauce this year. We're going to use fresh cranberries, and we're going to use some swerve sweetener, and we're going to really just, you know, give a good siding. A lot of people love the fresh cranberry. I never liked the ones in the can, like the jelly. I always thought that was kind of gross. But I thought a fresh cranberry sauce to add to our menu would be a really nice additive, and people could enjoy it, especially because that is kind of the traditional Thanksgiving side. And another side that we're going to include is going to be cornbread, but we're going to do like a jalapeno cheddar cornbread. We are not going to be using, I know there's a brand that has like a cornbread, what do they call that, like flavoring. I'm not using that. It does work. It does give it more of that cornbready taste. But I find that that cornbread flavoring is expensive. It's not easy to get. And I actually don't like the way strong cornbread tastes to me, you know, but I love like the cheesy cornbread because my mother-in-law makes it like that. My mother-in-law's cornbread is really, really good because she puts like cream of corn in there. It's delicious, but obviously that's not very low carb friendly. But we're gonna, like I said, homemade staples, homemade Thanksgiving staples, but we're going to make them fit our life. I promise you, when I do these videos, you guys are gonna come with me, and I'm gonna take plates over to my mom and dad. My mom and dad are brutally honest, especially my mom, when it comes to any type of recreation. So if it doesn't taste good, best believe Mama Mindy will call me out and be like, Danielle, this is not a good replica. But proof is gonna be in the pudding. Don't count your girl out, because we're gonna do it, okay? We're gonna do it, and it's gonna be so good. All right, so we got the homemade cranberry sauce along with the cornbread. And then to wrap up the whole Thanksgiving experience, you know you have to have some good desserts. We're going to do two. We're gonna do a Danish. If you're like with my family, especially after dinner, especially after a big dinner, we clean up and then we sit down and we have a cup of coffee. It just settles your stomach. I don't know, it's like an adult thing to do. And that's usually when we will have our desserts. So we're going to do two different desserts, different than years previous. If you guys were interested in doing like a pecan pie, an apple pie, or a pumpkin pie, you guys can go ahead and check out the playlist that has Keto Thanksgiving on there. And last year I did those 3 pies. They all came out phenomenal. They are family favorites. My dad, everybody loved them. They went super fast, but because I did that already, I wanted to try to give you guys something else. So we're going to do a dump cake, and we're going to do some Danishes. We're gonna make them really fall inspired. We're gonna simplify them as best as we can. You know, a dump cake is super easy, and I know, especially for my family, the dessert was always the one thing that kind of got shafted at the end, because my mom always put so much time into, you know, the turkey, the ham, the homemade mashed potatoes, and this and that. She always would just say like, hey, let's just buy a pie from the store or something. This year, we're gonna make it. And again, it's gonna be not your traditional, you know, pumpkin pie and stuff like that, but we do have videos on it. Again, check the playlist. But we're gonna go ahead and do some pumpkin infused desserts. So it's gonna be really, really good. Again, I know a lot of people will do mashed potatoes, green beans. You could always do, like, if you guys really like to have collards or baked mac and cheese and stuff like that, there's tons of recipes on those, and I feel like I've always covered those generally throughout the year on my channel. So, you know, I feel like everybody has the best recipe for a mashed cauliflower or the green bean casserole and stuff like that. Again, I did do those last year if you guys wanted to go ahead and check out that playlist, but I wanted to kind of spice it up. You know, 2020 has been a crazy year, and why not just do something a little bit different, make it our own, and just, I don't know, maybe start a new family tradition. So usually, aside from that turkey, when we have it with my mother-in-law, usually with my mom's turkey, we would always make like a turkey salad, you know, and have that as leftovers as well. But I promise you, this marinade, again, so a lot of the ingredients we're using are gonna be fresh. We're gonna do a sweet potato casserole, and I did do it last year. We're gonna switch it up a little bit differently this year and use a different type of, I don't don't want to say, I guess it is a squash as opposed to the sweet potato. That's also a thing where you can kind of switch it around and make it your own. I believe last year I did butternut squash. This year we're going to try to do either the butternut squash or the calabaza squash. A lot of these ingredients I'm going to make sure that I could do that are local to everybody's area. I know a lot of people, if they're trying to do the apple pie, chayotes are kind of difficult to find in different regions of the states. So my goal this year is to find the ingredients. That's kind of why I switched up the recipe this year, because I wanted to make sure that there was something that everybody can get their hands on. I know, you know, there's, you know, that spike's happening again. A lot of people don't want to go to the store, so I wanted to make sure I like kind of went through all of my apps and stuff to make sure that these are things that if you did like grocery delivery, you were able to find them. So yeah, as far as appetizers, I wanted to touch on that as well. I did quite a few appetizers last year, but since this year, it's going to be really small, okay? We're not going to do, I'm not going to do a bunch of them. So we are going to have, we're going to do a charcuterie board. So I'm going to kind of show you how I do that, and we're going to play with that. And we're going to do the dip I always do for my kids. And since this year, because of everything going on, our Thanksgiving celebration is going to be very, very small. But I still want my family to have the experience, you know, the homemade dinner, the memories and all that stuff. So we're going to add in that charcuterie board. I know I'm not like the master of making a charcuterie board, but I like to make them, and I think they look kind of cool. So we're going to do one of those, and we're going to throw that in as well. So there's going to be something there for everyone. If you're like, hey, I'm going to my mom's house and my job this year is to bring the sides, or my job this year is to bring the turkey, or my job this year is to bring the appetizers, I have something for you. Or if you're like, you know what, this is the first year since everything going on, we're going to stay home and I'm going to do all the cooking myself, I got you. So the reason why I wanted to kind of do this quick intro and talk about Thanksgiving is because I know that this year has taken a lot from all of us. And it's hard and it's scary, and I know we miss out on a lot. And I appreciate everyone who's out there sacrificing and, you know, social distancing and stuff like that. And I know it's hard because it's been hard on my family too. But I want you guys to know that you guys can still make the memories. You can still have the traditions, and it's still time to celebrate. You know, even though it may be a smaller group, make the memories, enjoy the holidays, spend it with me and my family, because we love having you guys here. And this Thanksgiving, we're so especially grateful for all of you guys who have supported me and my family and our journey here on YouTube. And, you know, last spring, my in-laws did contract the virus, and you guys have been so supportive and loving. And every day I get a message questioning and seeing how they are. And we just really appreciate you guys, and we're thankful for you guys, and you guys are family to us as well. So let's have a great Thanksgiving. It's going to be one for the books no matter what. So I hope you guys are ready. Videos will start coming out this week, and we will have videos going this week and next week, and it will have a whole shopping list for you guys as well. So it's going to be a great Thanksgiving, my friends. So I can't wait to share it with you. All right, my friends, I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.